What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran. Today, guys, we're going to be doing a twin flame collective reading. We're going to be doing it for the masculines. We're going to be taking a look at what is going on with their head and their heart space. And then we're going to take a look at what kind of actions they got going on, what they may possibly be in tune to in the month of April 2021. And hopefully something good will come up. All right. So I would just like to start this off by just saying thanks to everybody who's subscribed so far. And we're going to get back into these readings, and I'm happy to do it. So let's start. So the other day I did a collective reading for both parties, just a general reading, and I did the energy for the masculines in there. If you're interested in that, then take a look at that, and then you'll get the energy. I'm going to go ahead and skip the energy for the masculine because I just did it the other day. So we're going to go straight into their head and their heart space and then their actions. Okay, so slightly different format than usual if you're used to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then all of this doesn't make any sense to you, in which case just ignore me like my parents often do. All right, guys, let's get started. So let's start with the mental, how the masculines are viewing, okay, what's going on in their mental space and how they're viewing their feminines at this time. Okay, so let's take a look at how they are thinking about the feminines, which is presumably you watching. All right, so what's going on with the masculines mental space here? How are they feeling towards their feminines? Let's see if we can get going. All right, let's take a look. All right, so first card comes out here. We have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is always about moving on from something. So we have these two in a boat here, mother and child escaping. I believe this is some sort of Greek tragedy. This deck is based off folklore, fairy tales, and sort of deities and stuff. I think this is Greek mythology here, but the idea here is that they're thinking about moving away from a negativity. Okay, so in regards to you, the feminine, this is more about putting down a lot of the things that have been holding them back. So this is fears, judgments, things that are ultimately just slowing them down, because things that are draining them. So they're moving away from negative situations, negative mindsets, both towards you, the feminine, and in general in their life. Okay, so generally speaking, this is just choosing to be more positive or take better action towards themselves, taking care of their mental health. Okay, things like meditation, doing what they love, things like, not negative self-talk, showing compassion towards themselves, things like that. And then towards their feminine, we have a lot of moving into clearer, calmer waters. So you can see it's kind of this stormy water here, if you can see that. I know this laptop quality isn't the greatest. Laptops usually aren't. The laptops are pretty much only ever good for shooting amateur porn, not really good for tarot videos. But if you can see this above where this boat is here in the second, I don't know if this is the background or the foreground, but the foreground here, you have calmer waters, right? So towards their feminines, moving away from things, arguments that have been on your guys' mind, whether that's past or the present, and moving into a place where things are a little bit more easygoing for you too. Okay, so less resistance is essentially what's happening here for the masculines. All right, so let's keep going and find out further what's going on in their mental space. So if they're moving away from negativity, then presumably they're getting into something a little bit more positive. So let's take a look and see what else we got going on. Yeah, we have the Hierophant, so they're moving away from situations that are negative. So this is, resonates differently, but there could have been karmic situations, because the Hierophant is more of a deep soul commitment to something. This is more about the traditional of a relationship, moving towards more of a traditional relationship. Okay, that's coming in quite clearly. There's lots of meanings for the Hierophant, but next to the Six of Swords, it's almost like they're coming home. Okay, we even have the skull here, the cow here representing the sort of rebirth of what could be. So ancient wisdom being passed down. So they're getting lots of downloads, lots of insights into the situation as well, into the relationship, feeling a little bit more connected in a more traditional way. Okay, so this is, again, with the Six of Swords, not really resisting this journey, but more about feeling it now, feeling it out, and sort of coming into alignment with what it means to possibly be a twin flame, to be a masculine, or to even just be an awakened soul on this collective. But really what it does mean, beyond all those labels, is coming home to some desire for love, true committed love, in an honest, traditional way. Okay, and the Hierophant's all about tradition. So this is like them kind of waking up to the realization that yes, possibly they really do actually want a real relationship, a normal relationship in the scope of reality. Okay, this is like a real world relationship. So let's keep going. Lastly, pick one more card for the mental space. Also get this element that they're focusing a little bit more on discipline as well with the Hierophant card. It feels like the masculines are coming into alignment, a little bit more of routine and direction. Okay, this could be internal, it could be external. Depends on how you view things. And you look at the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you go with the Six of Swords, you know the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, any ace is about a newness, a beginning of some sort. So with the Ace of Swords, we have a beginning of some kind, a beginning of a mental clarity. So this is coming into a new awareness of things, realizations. Whether or not this is about you, the feminine, or themselves and their place in the world, that is up to be determined to each individual journey. But this is generally very good news because the Ace of Swords always means some sort of new reflection upon something. Okay, they've learned enough, especially with that Major Arcana Hierophant card, to sort of suggest that the wisdom that they're gaining, that the feelings that they're beginning to sort of want to make real into the physical, to come to life, that's going to lead and is leading to this sort of epiphany of sorts, this clarity, this realization of what they've always wanted has been right in front of them. Okay, and that's the trueness of this card. So even if it is still away from union, if you're not actually in union, or if you're not talking anything like that, this is the realization of something. Because you can even see it's sort of like this is a knot, right? These knots in the background, which almost looks like a brain of some kind, sort of coming into awareness and untying it, so to speak, right? The sword is there, ready to untie anything that has been holding them back. Again, like I was already saying with the Six of Swords, okay? So that's really good news for the mental space. Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, is really good for mental energy, and the Hierophant card ties it all together perfectly with that traditional sort of realization of commitment. Okay, so they're becoming more committed in their mental space, so they're focused more. Okay, so let's move on into their heart space. We'll see what's going on with the masculines and how they're feeling towards their feminines. Let's take a look and see. All right. So we have the Knight of Wands. All right, we got this freckled girl with, I don't know if she's wearing underwear, probably not. Did people used to wear underwear? When was underwear invented? I have no idea. That'd be interesting to know, though. I can't imagine people in ancient Greece wearing underwear. But this chick, wherever she is from, riding this wild yak, represents coming in strongly with some sort of fiery passion. Okay, so in the heart space, this is about charging forward. So this is the passion aligning with their mental space now. So this is them wanting to come forward and charge in. Okay, quite unexpectedly, the Knight of Wands doesn't really think about what they're doing. They kind of just go and do it with passion. Okay, it's very, very fast. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords are easily the fastest, one of the fastest cards in the deck in terms of energy, in terms of momentum and progress and things like that, movement and those things. So their feelings are gaining momentum. Essentially, this could look different in the physical for each individual, but what this means for you and the feminines is that they're essentially getting geared up, charging in here, ready to show you something, okay, to show you their emotions, okay. But a lot of passion for their feminines at this time, a lot of passion. Let's see what else we can get going on in their heart space. All right, we have the Sun card, so that's some beautiful stuff right there. Sun card is youthful energy, so more, again, more fire going on there. I believe this is Ra, and that is all about vitality, okay? So they are feeling very vital, feeling young again, feeling hopeful, and feeling almost reborn. This sort of rebirth in this connection coming in here where there's going to be this light that's shining upon their heart space, shining upon this relationship. So especially underneath the Hierophant there, that's definitely a mirroring of their mental and heart space to sort of suggest that the commitment that they're going through in the mental energy is now matching up to the way that they feel. So it's no longer about their emotions being separate from their mental space. It's now going to be an ownership of feelings, okay? And what that means essentially is that before, and I think everybody goes through this at some point in their life, maybe men more than women, I don't know, but there's always like the mind says one thing, this is what I should do, and especially in regards to feelings, and then the heart, of course, is the heart, and it wants what it wants. And so now the masculines are sort of accepting the fact that like their heart emotions have always been there, but now mentally things are shifting into the direction, and those are two very powerful forces. Okay, so now there's like seems to be an alignment coming in with the heart and the mind and the mental space there. And so then, of course, it would really just be up to the soul, really, to determine what wisdom and knowledge needs to come through for that final union here, okay? And then finally, we have the Two of Coins. Now, Two of Coins is about juggling and balance. You have this woman here, sort of on one leg, trying to balance these two babies, right? Maybe one's worth more 1 minute, one's worth more the other. So this in their heart space is again trying to juggle between the mind and the heart. I want this, but I need this, but I want this, but I need this. Okay, so it's going back and forth, and yet Two of Coins, the Two of Pentacles, always suggests some sort of ability to do that. Okay, some sort of ability to juggle. Okay, the Two of Pentacles representing that two, which is of course the divine masculine, the divine feminine of that relationship, being able to manage properly their feelings and their mental space for you guys. Okay, but that is a juggling thing. It's a juggling act. It's essentially a day-to-day process, okay? And so that in their heart space basically suggests that this is, Six of Swords is really good, Hierophant's really good, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, the Sun, and the Two of Coins is essentially, if we're going to determine good or bad, the least good, so to speak. But what all that means is that they're sort of like, it's the last sort of shift. It's like learning how to find balance in their life seems to be the last shift before this can sort of culminate, sort of bloom properly, okay, and allow that magic and manifestation to unfold, okay. So it seems to be this last little juggling act they have to go through just to find some balance in their lives, and that's happening in their heart space, which is essentially learning how to balance between, again, what it is that they want, what it is that they think they want, and what it is that they need, and what it is they think they need, okay? So all that stuff coming up to the head this month of April 2021. So now, lastly, we're just going to take a look at some actions the masculines got going on. So this is actions they're going to be taking this month towards their feminines. This may show up in the physical. This may be emotional. This could be communication, right? This could be spiritual. It could be energetic. But we're going to take a look and see what comes out. So what actions are the masculines taking towards their feminines this month, April 2021? This card automatically fell out. I'm going to take it. I don't know if it's because I bungled it, but it seems a pretty good card to get, and it just came out randomly anyway. So Ace of Coins, that's the Ace of Pentacles, of course. Probably supposed to come out since they have that Two of Coins there. The Ace of Coins is about new beginnings, okay? So this is like a prosperity beginning, okay? So essentially they're wanting to start something new in the physical with you, okay? So any aces, again, good opportunity. You have that Ace of Swords up there, so two aces is really good. That's a double indication of newness, beginnings, things of that nature, a lot of freshness coming in. So wanting to offer you guys something legitimate, okay? So there is going to be a lot of physical manifestations for you guys in this month. So it will look different for different partners, different couples, different relationships, but often this comes to mean some sort of stability or some sort of physical evidence that they're actually here, that they're actually around, okay? So if you're not in union or even talking, it's like, hey, I'm actually here, I'm still around, okay? And if you are in union, you are talking, and the energy between you guys is good. It's like a sort of a revitalization of your relationship, something that they're giving to you, either energetically or physically, that lets you know that they do in fact care and they do want a new beginning with you, okay? So for some of you, that could even be getting closer together, even in the physical as well, with some sort of move or something, because here we have the Six of Coins, so that's beautiful. So this is, like I was saying, for some of you, it's a gift, right? I was saying that with the Ace of Coins, they want to give you something, and now we have the card, which is pretty much all about giving, okay? So we have this this lady, I don't know what character this is supposed to be, Inuit elder woman. I don't know who she is, man. I'm gonna call her Martha. Martha here wants to give all these insects coins, because that's what you do when you see insects. You give them things, right? Like dead bodies and stuff. So this card is all about representing the sort of the gift, the unexpected. Okay, it's something that isn't necessarily deserved, but something that is a blessing. Okay. You can even think about it as a miracle, even if it's a small miracle. It's something that is completely out of the blue, and that is coming towards the feminines from the masculines. Okay, so next, the Ace of Coins. This is all about giving the feminines a gift. Okay, this could be, again, the gift of opening up, the gift of a physical gift, could be money, could be a new home, could be proposals. It's different for everybody, but it is something that is going to show the feminine that the masculine does truly care. And again, if the feminine already knows that, it is a further indication of that. It is a renewal of such a thing, okay? And then lastly, it's good to see coins in the action space because that's real, that's material, okay? So it means that you get to see it. So having these two coins cards means that this isn't, for most of you, it's not going to be energetic stuff. It's going to be legitimate. You're going to see evidence of it, okay, with your own two eyes, okay? So it's not going to be them coming to you in your dreams and sort of touching you inappropriately while you sleep, okay? This is legitimate stuff. And then finally, we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is about being trapped in the head. It's about fear. You can see these people, I don't know what they're doing. I have to read these, because they're all really cool cards. They're all about some sort of characters from folklore, fairy tales, and stuff like that. Gods, goddesses, those things. I don't know what this is from, but the Nine of Swords is about being trapped. So these two, this woman, the baby, and the husband watching this woman, essentially, basically surrender herself to being trapped. Okay. So as an action towards you guys, this is sort of to say that there's still so much worries, and again, coming underneath that Two of Coins, it's there's still a little bit of work that needs to be done for the masculines this month, okay? So while they are gearing up towards some beautiful real offerings in the physical, there's going to be some fear about how this is going to look, okay? So for some of you, this fear is going to be around, should they do this? How is it going to be well received, especially if there's been some arguments, those sorts of things. For others, it's going to be, if you're already in a relationship or you're talking with them, or things are amicable, to say the very least. This is more about, again, being afraid of the future and how things are going to unfold. And that's going to be, that's going to look different for some masculines. But there's still a lot of fear and being scared. And the Eight of Swords came up yesterday in the general reading for the masculines. So they were trapped in their head. And the Nine of Swords is more about being trapped in their head as well. Eight and Nine of Swords very similar. So the Nine of Swords is sort of just like anxiety. So very anxious about presenting this in the real world, okay? So I think a lot of masculines are very scared about the next step, taking the next step. So if you're already in a relationship, it's just like scared about fully committing to it, even though they're in alignment with that now. There's still a little bit of work that needs to be done. I think that's what the masculines are going through this month. It seems to be energetically. I did a video on this. The masculines are learning and receiving what they need more than they want, and the feminines are starting to get what they want and not necessarily what they need because they've kind of already got what they need. Okay, so it's a little bit flip-flop going on there, a little bit of mirroring. So a lot of masculines are going to be nervous, but they do have to get some of what they need going on here. So that's why you have the Two of Pentacles, the juggling balance, and using this month to really get into alignment. So this is going to be beautiful because it means by the end of the month, by May, for a lot of you in this collective, there's going to be some real positive movement forward, especially with that Knight of Wands energy in the heart space. Essentially just saying like they're not going to be able to hold back anymore, right? So this fear is going to break through. All Swords cards are all mental, which means like, it's easy to break through once you're ready. Okay, so and the Ace of Coins and Six of Coins is action cards in the real world, what they're going to take towards you. That's great news. Nine of Swords just means they're going to be very nervous about it, which means there might be some resistance towards doing that, and that's in alignment with the Two of Coins, having to juggle some things out. So don't expect anything tomorrow, but do expect this month of April to really to show you guys, the feminines, that there is still hope. There's still a chance of success in this relationship, okay? And some more than others. So that is the masculine reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped with some sort of clarity. I didn't get a chance to set up the mic today. I apologize if the audio was still a little bit bad. I promise I'll take care of that in the next few days. I just didn't think I had enough time to do it. Truthfully, I'm just lazy. So, but I will at some point not be lazy. All right, guys. All right, guys. So we'll talk to you soon. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I think tomorrow is Easter. So enjoy a chocolate Easter bunny on me, guys. I'm not paying for it, but next time you buy yourself an Easter bunny chocolate egg thing, just pretend that I gave it to you, and it was like a nice gift. All right, guys. We'll talk soon. Enjoy.